for my friend who came from Vegas. Old Val. Give it up to Old Val, everybody. Come on, let me hear the New York welcome. What's up? What's up? What's up? Panty liners is a lifesaver. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Coughing and sneezing is a different level for you when you get in your 50s. Man, I still have children that God bless you. I check my panties. I'm trying. Thank you. I'm trying. I said, hey, you 23, I'm 52, I'm a little bit too old for you. He said, no, you're not. I'm perfect for you. I said, for what? Child support? Breathe before you go down there, because I'm not going to give you too much air. You want air, you push the air in, you suck it back out. That's how you get air, okay? Hey, what's up? It's old Val Comedian. How y'all doing? Welcome to Thirsty Thursdays. And today was supposed to be an interesting topic, but guess what? I'm still going to make it interesting. Haven't heard back from the person that asked me for an interview. And then when I give you the chance to give the interview, you don't take the time to communicate. But I'm still going to talk about it. A lot of interesting things that happened. Thank you for the information that was passed in my DMs. Okay. About especially the topic that we're talking about. We're talking about life after lockup, not the show. We're talking about real life after you've been locked up, how people conduct their life after they've been locked up. Because some people have the mentality that after they've been locked up, guess what? They still feel like they locked up. So we're going to talk about that. Hey, Dot, how you doing? Okay. So we're going to talk about, that's going to be our main topic that we're talking about today. And I'm going to give the folks a chance to come in here and talk about that. So we got a couple of interesting things to talk about. First of all, I want to give a shout out to let me see if she come here. I really want to say, but anyway, she worked in a prison for several years, over 20 years, and she sent me an article on a situation that was going on. That was, wow. I seen this, and I don't want to get the names wrong, so I'm gonna go try to check out exactly what the names are. So Arlene Gray, I hope you pop back in. She's telling me about she's been working. She's retired from a prison, I believe. But it's an article with a family that happened to be talking about this girl and her boyfriend. Okay, I guess I really shouldn't use names. So I'm not going to use names. But anyway, what I'm saying is that this couple, okay, and I'm not sure the nationality of him. He might just be white or something. I don't know what he is. But anyway, she's black and her kids are from a previous relationship. So she had 3 kids, and the 3 kids that she had, I'm not sure if the youngest one, I don't think the youngest one she had by the boyfriend. But anyway, she has 3 kids. One of the kids, a 7-year-old, was beaten to death. Okay. Beaten to death by the boyfriend. And one of the children seen the child being beaten, okay, to death. He said that he watched his brother being beat by the boyfriend until his eyes didn't blink anymore. And what a sad situation for a child to envision and see for the rest of his life. He's going to always think about that time. But that's not the killing part of it. The killing part is that the mother came in while he was getting beat and stopped the boyfriend from beating her son. She claimed. Then the next day she checked on her son after one of the kids seen the boyfriend cover the boy up with a blanket. Okay. And that was it. She comes in the next day, she says, the next day. You don't check on your child at night, but you come in the next day, check on your child, you claim, and your child was deceased. So now your child's deceased. So what do? You leave the house. They left the kids there to defend for themselves. Okay? Left the kids there to defend for themselves. Smart. The kid had been in there in November, made a year. His body was decomposed and everything. One of the kids said they knew that their brother was dead when he seen his brother's hair come off his head. Isn't that disgusting? That happened in Texas. I'm gonna tell you where to look at this article at, because I like I said, I don't want to use the names, but I want you to see for yourself, because I just couldn't believe the whole situation. So I want you to see this for yourself so you can see. I thought I screenshotted this. Yes, it says okay. Mother's boyfriend arrested in connection with 8-year-olds. Okay, decomposing body. Now, don't forget, he's been decomposing for a year. So yes, he will be 8 now. He was 7 when he got murdered. Okay. I'm not gonna use his name, but it's in Harris County, Texas, and you can go watch it on KTRK. Okay, you can go watch it on there, and you will see it's on the ABC 13 News on there, and you can see. So it's in Harris County. Okay, Sheriff Ed Gonzalez said, I almost said her name. Well, what the hell? She in there. You can go check it out for yourself. It says Gloria Williams, 35, is charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence, a human corpse. Okay, her boyfriend, Brian Culture, 31, is charged with murder. Both could face more charges, Gonzalez added. Is that sad? I mean, is that sad, or is that sad? Now, I wanted to sit up and talk with some of the people that's in here about, have you ever dealt with individuals that have been incarcerated, and then their life after they've been incarcerated? A lot of times, if you've known this person before they were incarcerated, when they come out after being incarcerated, they are a different person. And if you meet someone after they've been incarcerated, they have a different concept of things that's in life that you feel that they should know, and they don't know, because of the simple fact is they've been incarcerated and things have changed since they've been incarcerated. So I want to say hello to Dot. Hello, Dot. How you doing? Okay. All right. That's the line. If anybody want to come up. Okay. She said, hey, Val. Hey, Hector. How you doing? Glad. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Oh, Hector knew what I'm talking about. Hector says, you're talking about the Houston story. Yes, Hector, I was trying not to say the names, but oh well, it's public record. So, it's not like I'm lying on them. So everybody can go check it out for yourself. It was so sad to even watch. Okay. Let's see what Dot says. She said the kids lifted the blanket and roaches. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. The kids lifted the blanket and roaches were crawling all over the child's body. Oh, y'all, isn't that sad? That is so sad. That is so disgusting. That is so disgusting. How could you be a parent, a mother especially, and let somebody harm your child like that? I mean, these women in this so-called, they want the man so bad that they can't sit up there and they can't sit up there and put their child first. How could you not put your child first? Dick should never come before your child. How? Okay. Oh, but anyway, that one took me off. Now, let me see what she's saying right here. She said that heifer was living in an apartment with Brian down the street from her kids. I know. I'm telling you, when I seen this, like I said, a person I was watching last week when we were talking about the situation with prison life and stuff like that we're going to talk about. I cannot believe when she sent me that story. When she sent me that story, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. The situation is you left your kids. How could you leave your kids? Okay. That's the same thing when I say, is your life the same after you've been in jail? The reason why I say, or prison. The reason why I say that is because some people say their relationship feels like prison. Some people say their relationship feels like jail. So sometimes when some people get out of certain relationships, they feel like they've been locked away for so long that reality to life they don't understand and don't know. So they're trying to live what the time that they've lost. Time is lost. You can't relive the time that you lost. Time is gone. It's lost. You can't do that. But at the same time, some people that come out of prison, it's not that they're trying to relive the time that they lost. They don't know how to adapt. And what the individual that was going to come on was talking to me about is that sometimes you move differently. When I say move differently, it's because let's say when the lights are all off, sometimes they have to have a night light on. The reason why they have to have a night light on because they know different things that have happened when it's pitch black. So they don't trust the pitch black. Sometimes they know that if a person will bump them, it could trigger something else because that could be a sign in prison to let them know that something else is going down. So when it comes to real life, in the real world, a bump on the shoulder can take somebody to a whole nother level. So they make sure that they stay distance apart where they don't bump somebody's shoulder or somebody don't bump their shoulder so they don't take it in the wrong way. So your lifestyle changes. So that's what I want to talk about. That's when I talk about the lifestyle changes that people experience when they've been locked up. Okay, like let me see what Dot was saying here. Dot is saying she had 6 kids, Val, in custody of the 3 boys. Oh yeah, I think I was seeing something like that she had some more kids and she was scared. This is what I'm saying. It said that this is what she said. She said she was scared to tell the authorities because she was scared that her other kids, the kids that she had, the 3 boys, was going to be taken from her. So she did not want to say anything because she did not want those kids to be taken from her. So you risked your life in prison when you are taken from all your kids instead of you trying to conduct yourself away from the child to sit up there and have a life without this guy, without this guy. But you chose to pick that guy and sit up there and talking about you don't want to risk losing the rest of your kids. That part is so sad, Dot. That part is so sad. The mindset changes. That's what I'm saying too. The mindset changes when it comes to people who are in prison and they get out. Their mindset to different things change. Okay? Changes. Their whole concept changes. Everything they have, whether it's a toothbrush, a towel, or anything else, they feel like every time they use something, they got to put it away. The reason why they feel they got to put it away because when you're in prison, you guys can't leave everything just like sitting out. You're always worried about what's going to happen with certain things. Certain things get stolen. Certain things get taken. Certain things are used in the wrong way. So their whole concept of life has changed. Welcome, Arlene. Thank you for the information. I did drop the link. If you're more than welcome to just touch on where it says HTTPS and then the colons there / StreamYard. Touch that. It'll take you to backstage. When it's to take you to backstage, I can pull you up if you like. If you do not want to show your face, that's more than fine. You always can use where it says the camera part, put stop cam, and it will give you your picture, whatever picture that you use on your account, and it won't show your face. So you're more than welcome to do that. But we're talking about the story that you dropped. That was interesting information. Okay, so Hector said the people I know who did real time are super observant now. That's what I was saying. Hector, that's exactly what I was saying. Okay. They always on the lookout and usually carry a knife or something. See, that's what I'm saying. Their whole lifestyle changes because it's like every moment they're on the defense because every moment they're thinking that anything could pop off at any time. So it's like they stay ready. It's they take things that we take for granted. They take things as a threat. Right. Let me see what Dot said. Okay, so Dot says, yes, they're clean and neat because it's how they have to be in prison. Yep. Okay. Okay, so Dot says, I was a CO. Oh, you were? Dot, you were? Wow. I was a CO in TDCJ ID. Okay, Texas prison. You was in Texas prison? A CO in Texas? That's what Arlene was. Arlene was a lieutenant, sergeant, or something like that. Arlene, girl, come on here. Don't be scared, Arlene. Go ahead. I dropped that link, Arlene. Go ahead and touch it because Arlene had a bunch to say. You can't tell me if you were a sergeant or a lieutenant in a prison that you don't have some stories and that you don't know. But you know what scares me though, and I ain't trying to be funny, but what scares me is that people who have that much authority, even a CO, okay, even a CO, my sister used to do that too, but I'm just saying, even that, you got to be careful how you live your life after that, because you don't know, somebody doing something wrong, you stop them from doing it, and then they take it personal, and then when they get out, or they send one of their friends to get at you, but the whole thing is, sometimes they don't get at you, they get at somebody in your family because they know that will hurt you. So it's scary. It's a scary lifestyle. It's a scary lifestyle. Let's see what she said. Let's see. I am still employed and scared to talk. Oh, I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. I understand. I truly understand that. You're still employed, so you don't want to tell some stories. I got it. I truly understand that. I understand. Wow. I wish you would have told me some stuff before we got on here, because I would have said it, but I wouldn't have revealed the sources where I got it from. If that's what you wanted to keep secret, I would have. But anyway, so let's go on from there. Okay, so let me see this right here, right quick. She says, Dot says, I was on a PST squad. Oh, okay. What is PST squad? PST squad worked the buildings and ran a trustee camp. Me and in as many as 107 men. Whoa. See, when I was much younger, one of my friends, he was a CO. He worked in a prison, okay, in Cali, and he talked his whole lifestyle. He just act different. He just moved different. He started acting different. Okay, but he talked about one of the guards being a female, and when the guard was the female, one time she went to go do her rounds and she never came back. So when they checked on her, why come she never came back, they found her dead. Okay, found her dead. I'm not sure if there was. It wasn't in the cell. I don't think it was in the cell, because then they wouldn't know who did it. I think they had threw it in a garbage can or something like that. But anyway, she was found dead and raped. Okay, so I was wondering, how did she do the rounds by herself? I didn't understand that part. That's the part I didn't understand, and that really harmed him because he was friends with her. So it hurt him that nobody was there to protect her, because somehow somebody should have heard something. Okay, so not just if you're locked up, if you work there in the prison too, things affect you too. Okay, Dot said, I had no problems because I was firm but fair. That's life. You firm and fair in life. It's not time that happens. People, we always expect people to treat us how we treat them, and it don't always happen that way, unfortunately. Okay. Yes, Arlene said, yes, we are outnumbered. Yeah, Arlene, that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing to hear, that you guys are outnumbered. Okay, perimeter security. Okay, in the tower. Oh, okay. Perimeter. Okay, perimeter security. Okay, in a tower. Okay, you was in a tower. Okay. With different firearms. I bet you did. I bet you had a. Just in case you got a runner. We got a runner. Okay. It's a dangerous place. Yes, it is. That's what I'm saying. It's a dangerous place. And I'm saying that not only is your life affected, your family life is affected. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why. That's so scary. That's so scary. Okay, let's see. Hector said, I went to jail, and the worst was a woman, CO, LOL. She said, I'm old school. I'm TDC. I beat your ass. Laugh my ass off. Okay. Well, someone would tell you straight up they'll whoop your ass in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want to, but they'll whoop your ass in a minute. Dot said, yes, very dangerous place to be. Yes. Yes. Very. Okay. So now what I'm saying is that I look at the person, like I said, it was a person who asked me, and he been asking me for a minute. He's like, can you interview me? Can you interview me? Can I talk about, let me see what he said. It was PD something, when their whole lifestyle changes. So he was saying that he encountered that he was locked up, and all of a sudden he got out. And I'm not sure if he got out for what he got out because the prison was overdone or what. Let's see what he said here. Let's see. He said he wanted to talk about PTSD. Okay. But as we all can see, I gave him that opportunity. He asked me and I said, okay, I will, get up with you. I could put you on a calendar. We can interview you and see what goes there. He was excited about it. Asked me the other day, are we still on? I said, yes, we are. I'll give you a call tomorrow, which was yesterday. And I said, we can discuss a couple of questions and stuff so I can see where you stand, and stuff, what's going on. Because I don't know I want to know what you went to prison for, because if you went to prison for child molestation or something like that, and something dealing with a child, I don't want to get involved with that, due to the fact of whether you was right or whether you was not right. It still was something that inquired in your life, and I don't want to go back and forth with anybody about that, because that's, when it comes to kids, it's kind of touchy, and I'm kind of touchy when it comes about kids, because I hate it when a lot of kids aren't believed when they say someone did something to them. So I'm not a how you say it? I'm just not on the equal level with that. I take favor with the child. So let's see what Hector says here. Hector said, I read that one. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So Dot says, yes, very dangerous. Yeah, I did read that. Okay. All right. So that was the reason why I said we'll do that subject. Is to deal into the fact of that he wanted to talk about that situation and how his life has changed, how he look at things different, and why he carry himself a certain way. So I gave him that opportunity to do that. Now he knew what time, he knew where we're going to be at, because he's watches a lot and tells me about my videos, but you didn't take up the opportunity to go ahead and do it. So it is what it is, but my show must go on. Okay. So when I had the other story about the other family, and I wanted to talk about that because it was such a sad situation, but I also wanted to turn around, and I want you to see that could be the same situation when it comes to a relationship. Relationships can be like imprisonment, because they're listening to someone that can dictate to them how they want them to carry their household, how they want them to carry their house. Now, if you're in a situation where someone is dictating to you how to live your life and how to move about every minute of your life, that's not a relationship. And that's not the way that anyone should want to live, because every individual on this earth should be able to make their own decisions and their own mind on how to be happy doing different things. Now, if you have a mental challenge at the same time, even if you're mentally challenged, there's still some time in your life, some parts of your life, you can decide on certain things. So if you are in a toxic relationship, and I hate that we keep talking about that, but it's so many that you wouldn't believe it is, because a lot of times people don't reveal because they have a front that they're putting on in front of everybody else, but then they talk about it with their girlfriends or a stranger that they don't even know. So that's the sad part. Now, I want to say something about some other stuff, because it's Thirsty Thursdays. Okay. So since it's Thirsty Thursday, I want to talk about some other stuff that I seen on the internet that was thirsty. Anyway, I do want you guys to make sure you click the thumbs up to the video. Please click a like. Please go to my page and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Okay. Please go and listen to my playlist. Listen to my playlist. I did put up a little fun and laugh about Giselle today and Pastor Bryant, because listen to his sermon sometime and the words he say, you be like, who you talking about? Who you talking about? You talking about yourself or you talking about someone said to you? Who you talking about? Who you talking about? Because the brother is deep. Now I can see how he could talk his way into some panties. I can see how he could do that. You know what I'm saying? He could talk you into an amen. He could talk you into, let me just take the so I can see how he can do that. And per the word on the street say he packing too. So you know what I'm saying? That help him out some too. Because we're not gonna say he's great to look at, because we all know better than that. We know better than that. Okay, so we know better than that. So anyway, I just want to say that cracks me up when it comes to different situations. Now, that situation with Giselle, don't get me wrong, okay? I don't have nothing against Giselle, okay? I just don't like her attitude. She's a Virgo too, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, we are controlling at times, but things about her just makes her ugly. But sometimes people get stereotyped because some people think, oh, you know what I'm saying, light skin, blonde hair, green eyes, woo, America's first choice. But when you nasty on the outside, all that don't even count, girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You just ugly. You ugly. You make yourself ugly on the outside because your inside is so ugly. I just, golly, just like, and the chick is cute, but at the same time, the way she acts and conducts herself, God makes her so ugly. It makes her actions, make her so ugly. She's a very pretty person. I just wish she carried herself as pretty as she looked. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's a whole nother situation. So, Dot said, what did Dot say? Dot said she watched it. I think she said, what'd you say, Dot? You said, oh, okay. Dot said, I saw that short, Val. Thank you, Dot, for watching it. What'd you think of it, Dot? Was you laughing? I was just trying to get a laugh. Okay, just trying to get a laugh. I do that all the time, try to get a laugh. But at the same time, only thing I'm saying is that when it comes to that show, who watches Housewives of Potomac? You watch Housewives of Potomac? I like Housewives of Potomac, okay? But at the same time, I just don't like how Giselle wants to know everybody's business and dip and dabble in everybody's business, everybody's marriage, especially. And when you ain't married no more, you know what I'm saying? Some people think just because they've been married one time, they feel like they know everything about marriage, but you can't even keep a boyfriend, let alone a marriage, you know what I'm saying? But Dot said, yes, he's a joke. He is a joke, you know what I'm saying? But he a smooth talker, because he don't look smooth, but he a smooth talker. Okay. So seeing her, you wrote a book about how a man dogged you out. You have 3 kids by a man, and he had other kids and cheated on you. And you called him a cheater, pumpkin eater. Okay. Okay. Halloween coming up. And you go back to that. Where's your respect for yourself? Where's your self-esteem at? Oh my goodness. It can't be it can't be a shortage of dick like that. I mean, I understand that, it's an epidemic and people keeping stuff locked up. So that means that it's hard to be a side chick when your man, when your side, your dude is locked up because he with his real woman, his real wife, his real woman, because he's in quarantine. So he locked up with the real woman. So it's hard for the side chick to get a little peace. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you choose to conduct yourself as you don't care about yourself, because if you cared about yourself, you wouldn't go to a lack of respect of someone to treat you in a disrespectful manner. I'm just keeping it real. Hey, Miss Manda, how you doing? Okay, so we're just keeping it real about that. We was talking about the situation when it came to people that's been locked up, how they carry themselves in a different way, how working in the establishment of a prison or a jail is very dangerous as a man and dangerous as a woman. Okay, especially dangerous as a woman. Dealing with the fact too, if you're a man or a woman, prisoners take it upon themselves to try to get back at COs, at 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 lieutenants, as sergeants, and they might not be able to get to that individual, but they get to someone in their family because they know that will hurt them. And that's the sad thing. Why is it so sad that we are jeopardizing our life to make a living? And that's sad, y'all. That's sad. That's sad. That's very sad. It is sad. And I know it's sad because I've seen people live that life. So that's what we was going to talk about. I know I don't want to people think I misled you. I was going to sit up and talk about lifestyle after prison, after jail, after lockup. But the person who wanted to talk about it, he didn't show up. So when he didn't show up, our show still goes on. Okay, our show still goes on. Now, to reiterate on the family I was talking about earlier, I just wanted to say, if anybody take our time to look at that, let me see too, because I screenshot. Let me see that. Look up that. See what maybe you can say or try to help or something with that family in any type of way, because her family came out and talked about the situation that they had encountered with the grandson and the son or whoever, but the 8-year-old being found beaten to death by the 8-year-old's mother's boyfriend, beat him to death. And it's not allegedly, because one of the kids seen it. So that's just so sad. That's just so sad. I just wish that women would be happy with themselves. If you have to be in an abusive relationship, leave that relationship alone and just be with yourself. I mean, you don't have to be in a relationship. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this. Okay, I can't find it. I thought I screenshotted it. Okay. I guess I didn't. Okay. Well, I can't find it. Okay, I had screenshotted it, but I had told you about it earlier. Who was what and all this other stuff. So that was that on there. Let me see. We're gonna go over here. So we're gonna make this short then, since that didn't show up. Okay, so Miss Amanda says, I have a friend that works in San Quentin. San Quentin, and hates it. I know they do. Shoot, I know they do. Okay. I can't believe this happened. Just horrible. I know that I'm telling you, that story was so sad. That story was so sad. Okay. Oh God, that's sad. Yes, that is so sad. Okay. You know what though, you guys? Let me take this off here. You know what though? What I really want to say is that just think about that. Would you, if you knew that your friend had allowed her boyfriend, okay, if you know that your friend had allowed her boyfriend to bring that type of harm to her child, would you tell on her? Think about it. Would you tell on her? And don't forget, she has 6 kids. Okay, 6 kids. 3 was already gone from her. She was only had 3 in her custody. And the 3 she had in her custody, she was afraid to tell that her boyfriend had beat to death one of her children, okay, because she was scared that the state would take her other 2. So let's think about this. If she had 6 kids and 3 of them was already taken, and she had 3 with her, and she allowed her boyfriend to kill one of them, and she had 2 remaining, why wouldn't you tell? So the other 2 can possibly live, because the other 2 might be murdered too. So to me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Okay, let's see. Arlene says, yes. Okay. Dot says, I'll turn that heifer in in a heartbeat. So you wouldn't even think about it. You put it on speed down, huh? 911, speed down. Miss Amanda says, I would have to tell. That's not right. I mean, I would too. Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have to tell too, because it's not right. Okay. So I don't want to judge anybody else's life. and I planned on giving him his hour, and he wasn't here. And like I said, I just want to talk about that story and talk about if it's a toxic relationship, that people would think about loving themselves and not putting up with it. That's basically what I really wanted to say. I was basically trying to give him the floor so he could talk about things he wanted to get off his chest. Okay, let's see. She had an opportunity to tell. It took a year to find a child. I know. That's the sad part. That's the no. I can't tell you that's the sad part. It's so many devastating things about that whole story. I can't just pick one thing. The whole thing was just devastating. From the child being beat, from the child watching his brother being beat to death, from the mother not doing enough to save the child's life, from the mother walking away from the dead body, from all the way to how the child was found dead. And they said that the child was found dead because the oldest child called the authorities and told them about they had been defending on their own. And so they got the police to come over there to investigate the household because they had been living on their own. So how was these kids eating? So they probably were just eating at school. That is so sad. That's so sad. And we all know it was quarantine, so it wasn't no school. Okay. And this just happened last November. So this November made a year. Okay. Let's see that. Okay. Let's see what Arlene says here. Okay. One of her daughters is missing. Wow. That's sad. Okay. Oh my God, I haven't heard about this. Yeah, it's in Texas that this story happened. It's in Texas. And I try not to say her name, but oh well, it's public record, so I said her name earlier in the video. I was gonna write all that stuff down and I didn't because I was trying to give that person opportunity that wanted to talk about prison life. I wanted him to have the opportunity as he wanted to talk about it. So now when he asked me again, I'm gonna tell him I gave you the opportunity and I'm not gonna go back on it. So I gave it to you, you didn't use it. Now we move on. Okay, because I can't tell you how it is to be in prison life because I've never been in prison. Okay, so I know how nervous I can be, even though I've been pissed from being pulled over, and you don't know what's going to happen. You always feel like your life is in jeopardy anytime you get pulled over, especially when you know you didn't do anything. Especially if you're not aware of what you might have done that made them pull you over in the first place. So this is what I try to explain to some of my friends that don't understand why, especially when Black people feel like they're being picked on. And I hate when people make a big issue about why do Black people say Black Lives Matter. It's not that they're saying that all lives doesn't matter. They're saying that how about just because I'm Black, I'm treated equally, and that matters to you that I'm treated equally, and not judge me by the color of my skin. That's my concept of it. And everybody has their own concept, but that's my concept of it. So if you have another concept that you want to elaborate on, hey, there's the floor. Elaborate on it. Put it in the comments how you want to elaborate on it. But that's my opinion on there. So I'm going to end up trying to wrap this up, and thank you everybody for that came through to hear about the situation. We tried to give him opportunity to talk about prison life and talk about how life is afterwards. Like I said, sometimes we have a hard time having patience with some people that have been to prison because of the way they conduct themselves when they get out. And what I mean by that is because some people come out thinking that everybody owed them something because they was locked up for something that they shouldn't have been locked up for. But that's not your family and everyone else's responsibility. Sometimes your family might have helped you go in there because sometimes your family might have thought that you were safer in prison than you were on the street. Because it maybe how you was conducting your lifestyle. I don't know. But at the same time, we just want to know somebody that's been in that situation, what was their outlook on it. So let me read this last couple of comments and we're going to head out. Okay, let's see. Arlene says she had, I tell about that. She had an opportunity to tell it took enough to find out. Yeah. She did have an opportunity to tell. She didn't. She was scared she's going to lose all. That's what she said. Her story didn't make no sense to me when I heard it. Okay. One of her daughters is missing. I said that. Okay, so Miss Amanda said, oh my God. Oh yeah, we read that. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I'm rereading. Okay. We're leaving. That was fast, Val. I know it was. I'm sorry. I know it was fast, but like I said, I had planned on. Okay, Dot. I'm. You know what? Let me give you a minute. I don't want to leave, but I tried to keep all my subjects that I might have wanted to talk about. I tried to keep them away. I was giving him the opportunity to say what he wanted to say. He wanted to tell so much about prison life, and if he didn't show up, like I said, I can only listen and try to ask questions about prison life. He didn't answer the phone, and he didn't respond, and he had an opportunity to come in here to even be in the comments, and he didn't. So I know that's what the title was about, so I was sticking to the title and try to talk about that. Okay. Let's see. Marsha says, what? Hey, Val in chat. Happy Thursday. Yeah, happy Thursday. What we talked about wasn't happy today, but I apologize to that, but it wasn't happy, but it's something that we need to talk about, because that was part of the subject. We was talking about prison life, and we're talking about some kids that it was in a bad situation, and one of them got murdered by the mother's boyfriend, and his body stayed in the house for a year. Okay, decomposing. Okay, for a year. Sad. Okay, so sad. Okay, hey Marsha. Okay, Marsha said, "Oh, this sounds deep. Sorry for the happiness." No, thank you. We need some happiness. How about somebody tell me something happy to talk about before I get out of here? Okay, give me something happy to talk about before we get out of here. And then we're going to head out, okay? Since Miss Dot talking about me from cutting it short, I cut it short because, the subject at hand, we couldn't elaborate on, okay? And I wasn't aware that my other friend still works for the prison, so I didn't, I understand her situation because I thought she was going to be on the panel too. Okay, the neighborhood fed. Okay, let's see what this is. So Dot says the neighborhood fed the 15-year-old, and the mom dropped off fast food sometimes. Wow. The neighborhood fed them 3 kids in there. That is even sadder. Oh my God. And the mom dropped off food sometimes. You did all that over some dick? I done had some good dick before, but I ain't never had no dick to make me do some, just ignore my child. I mean, goodness Lord. Ooh, goodness. She said, sorry. Yeah. Oh, I understand. I really appreciate everyone that is here. Like I said, please click a thumbs up. Okay, please hit subscribe, share if you like. I know we was ready for a deep conversation, because I know I was ready to hear what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was a situation where he asked for it, and I gave him the opportunity. So if you pass on the opportunity, that's on you. Okay. Oh wow. So what Dot was saying is while she, because she was saying the woman and her boyfriend's name is Brian, were eating at nice restaurants. Ugh. So they ate at nice restaurants while the 3 kids sat at home starving. Okay, but don't forget, they weren't living there. Her and the boyfriend, after he killed the son, he stopped living there. They stopped living there. The mama and him stopped living there. Okay, let's see. D makes some women crazy. You ain't lying. Dick does make some women crazy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Anytime a man is sharing dick, it ain't your dick anyway. So why are you going butt crazy over it? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Okay, let's see. Marsha knows story in Houston where mom allowed boyfriend to be life like that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she did see that. No, it wasn't a foster care. It was a real mother. A real mother. Her own flesh and blood that she gave birth to, she let another man kill it. That wasn't the child's father, but it was her boyfriend. But I don't care if they had an apartment down the street. The point is that you still left your kids there by themselves to defend themselves while you left and ate somewhere else. You trifling. You trifling. And she had nerves to come. Y'all, she had nerves to come to court. Not court. Well, yeah, she came to court too. They made her take all that stuff off. But she had the nerves and audacity when they was bringing her to the jail cell, wherever they was bringing her from, they was getting her out the car. She had a hoodie. They let her carry that hoodie over her head, and she tried to hold it tight so then you can't see her face and stuff. You know, they asked her, you know, like, why you let them kill your son? She ain't say nothing. I wish they would expose them. I wish they would let them cover their face up and nothing else. No. And he came with nothing. He wasn't scared of nothing. But I bet you when he get in that prison, they gonna whoop his ass. Okay? They gonna whoop his ass. Not just because he's white. They're gonna whoop his ass because he killed a child, beat a child. They say he kicked that child in the groin. He kicked and beat that child in the face. Okay. He kicked him in the back, in the butt, beat him on his butt with a belt and all that stuff. How could your child get beat in that manner? All of that, and you not here and come in there to break that up from your child? How? She's trifling. I'm sorry, she's trifling. I'm telling you. Let's change subject. I changed it because it make me so angry. I want to whoop her ass. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I do want to, but I want to whoop her. No. Let me stop lying. I want to whoop his ass. I do. I want to whoop his ass. I do. I want somebody to stump him, kick him in the asshole too. I want somebody to kick him right there too. Okay. He had already hurt one of the other kids too. They found out some stuff about the other child too from a previous beating. You just let this mojo just whoop all on your kids? Girl, you stupid. And where these daddies at? Where the daddies at? Where the real daddies at? As in whoever fathered these kids, where they at? That's what pisses me off. Okay, so Marsha says, oh my, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just getting worked up. I'm trying not to, but that just pisses me off. I hate to hear stuff like that. I do. I hate it. Okay, yes, and she didn't move down the street. Yeah. Okay, so Arlene says he on social media talking about he living a good life. Check out yet about him. He is? Oh yeah, please live a good life when somebody stump a mud hole in your ass. Please. Sorry, YouTube, but okay, facts. Okay, kid. Hey, you keeping it real. Keep it real. Okay. You can see them, Val. Yeah, I said this. I said, oh, it's on YouTube too. I know it's on. I know it was on the. I googled it and I seen it, but I know it's on YouTube. Okay, so let's see. She will get it in jail, and in prison. Val, I know she will. She gonna get her ass whooped too. Okay. Let's see. Miss Amanda said she better be in jail too. Yeah, but she didn't get as stiff as penalty charges and tampering with evidence because she covered, she put the blanket back over him when she seen he was dead. Ooh. And then you left the body there. And you been lying about it because you sit up there, you scared they're gonna take your other kids. How was you scared they're gonna take your other kids when you moved out from your kids and left your kids there and you didn't live there anymore? You and the boyfriend. So what you were scared of that you weren't gonna get that welfare check anymore, that food stamp check anymore. That's what you was afraid of. So let's just keep it real. You wasn't worried about the state taking the kids. You was worried about your food stamps being taken. You was worried about your Section 8 and your welfare and whatever else you get. You was worried about that being taken. You wasn't worried about the kids. Okay? You wasn't worried about them taking your kids. You was worried about your check. You was worried about your food stamps. Trifling asshole. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. That irritates me. Ugh. I'm sorry. That irritates me. That irritates me. All right. Oh, okay. So Dot said disability checks for 2 kids. Okay. See, I told y'all, I know it's all about money. I know it's all about that check that she getting. Whatever capacity of whatever kind of check, it's all about money. Okay. Okay. So like Arlene say, no check, no D. That means that if that dude get taken, if the kids get taken away, that dude probably leave her because then now she don't have no more check coming in. So now he gonna give her no more dick because now she can take care of him. Let me say this. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Females, stop feeling that you got to take care of a man to get some dick. If you got to take care of a man to get some dick, your pussy ain't shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I really don't care who I pissed off by saying that. I'm just gonna keep it real, because if you giving him some pussy and that ain't enough, that you giving him some pussy that your money gonna have to count to, you don't need him, and you have no respect for yourself, none whatsoever. And like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and I'm not offended who don't like what I just said. Too bad. Okay. Exactly, Val. Yes, Miss Amanda. Okay. All right. I appreciate everybody that came by. We're so, you know what? I really do. I hate ending this on a bad note. Let me think of something happy to talk about, because we always have fun and we always happy about stuff. And it's been kind of like a, you know what I'm saying? It's been kind of like a Debbie Downer, because we're talking about bad situation when it comes to a child. But it was important to talk about it, because this is why I say it's important to talk about it. Here I go again. You know, important to talk about it, because if you see something, please say something. Please save a child's life. That's all I'm saying. If you see something, say something, save a child's life. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now, if you see a dizzy hoe doing some dizzy shit and you see her sit up there taking advantage of, let a dude take her. Tell the state so she can stop getting her check. Tell them, okay? Let them kids live somewhere better. Okay. All right. Now, so what do y'all want to talk about next week? How about this? Give me an idea what y'all want to talk about next week. Thirsty Thursdays. Tell me what you want to talk about next week, so we can have some fun. We can have we can lighten up the atmosphere. And trust me, if that person comes back and say they want to talk, they can talk in the comments, but we ain't gonna talk about prison life anymore. This was the only downer that I had to talk about, but they've been begging me to do it, so I did it, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna keep on going there. So what exactly is you know what? We got a whole week. We got a whole week, you guys. We got a whole week to see what's going on to talk about. Oh, I say talk about a woman knowingly sharing a man. Okay. A woman knowingly sharing a man. You know what, y'all? Let me say this too. Let's bring some happy to it too at the same time, because it's kind of sad. If you watch the situation with Wendy Williams, you don't know what's true and what's not true anymore. I'm telling you, I don't. You don't know what's true and what's not true. But what I do know is not true, that I can believe they ain't married, that Kelvin, and that Sabrina, whatever that girl name is not married. Because that boy is in love with money. Kelvin is in love with money. Then he ain't gonna never marry. He ain't gonna never, as long as he has a stipulation that when he get married, that check stop, that dude ain't gonna marry that girl. That dude, and that girl is on a wait hold, because you've been waiting. If you've been on hold waiting with a dude for 10 years, girl, you're gonna keep on waiting. Okay. You might give 10 more years, but as soon as that money stops, you're gonna stop. Somehow the love gonna stop, because you know what? That ain't really love. Y'all both in love with the money. Okay. He in love with the money and she in love with the money. Because I'm not saying she a gold digger, but she don't mess with no broke. Okay. And he ain't that much to look at. And everybody he said, including her, said that things was a little short. You know what I'm saying? Not the money. Dick was a little short. Cause so and he ain't that cute. So, you know, well, I ain't gonna say ain't that cute. He not cute. Okay, he not cute. Okay, so he's not cute. Okay, so I'm being messy, but he not cute. He not cute. So I'm just gonna keep it real. And I'm gonna say this too. I haven't watched a Family of Chantel. I haven't watched that. God, so irritating to watch that sometimes. You know what? I want somebody to write into that show. Wait, let me see this right here first. Let's see. Oh, I want somebody to write into that show, and somebody tell Chantel mama stop talking like she in special education. Chantel mama talk like she talking to people in special education, and Pedro knows that we as a family do not participate in that type of situation. She's so irritating. I swear she's so irritating. She is so irritating. Somebody please let her know that she can hit speed up or something. You know what I'm saying? Because she's irritating. Okay. So Miss Amanda said he isn't going to marry her. We all know that. He want that check. He ain't gonna marry her. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Arlene says, right. Okay. So Miss Amanda say he wants that check. You so definitely right. You know he do. He don't want that. Okay. Let's see. Dot says, I like Wendy, but she knew about Serena. No, Kelvin will not marry that girl. Yeah, but she claimed that she was setting it all up. I don't care what you were setting up. You knew all the time that you were sharing your man. And that stuff was cool with you until he had a baby. That's a lie. That wasn't cool with her. That wasn't cool with her. You was talking all that trash about everybody else's relationship that had their man cheating, but you telling them about leaving, and you wouldn't leave yourself. You wasn't setting up nothing. Girl, you ought to get somewhere with that stuff. You wasn't setting up nothing. You kept thinking that he's gonna finally leave that girl alone because you weren't leaving and all that other stuff. Right. Okay. You're gonna sit there and just keep on making all that money to give to him. Girl, you get some. Now that part irritates me about her. She lying. Okay. He married to the check. I be getting to the money. Everybody mad. All right. Okay. All right. Arlene laughed. Okay. So Dot says, oh, I'm sorry. I've moved it too far. Okay. So Dot says, when his money runs out, she would be chasing a younger man, if not before. Who said she ain't sneaking and creeping now? Okay. All right. She got that ring for just so she can cash it in if she has some money. Because he ain't put no money in her bank. Okay. Dot laughing. Okay. So Marsha says, oh my God, your impersonations is spot on. Girl, she irritating. She irritating. And you know what? One thing that I cracked up at, when I seen in the whole show, the show came out, the editing, this editing stuff got, oh my God, this editing is something else. They made it seem like Pedro got his butt whooped. Did you see how they did that? You know, the commercial stuff, the previews, made it seem like Pedro, but it ended up that Pedro had ended up pinning up a little cute pretty boy down. You know what I'm saying? Pinned him down and, had his hand on his throat, you know what I'm saying? And then he let me up. But y'all notice that hair didn't get messed up though, because that hair was on freeze. He had so much spread it. And you let the camera see you spray some cologne on to meet another dude. You might be a little suspect. You might be a little suspect. You put on some cologne to see another man, you might be a little suspect. Okay. You might be. Okay. So let's see. Dot says Chantel too is ear. Yeah, Chantel. Sorry, on her teeth. She talks over her teeth. And I don't know. I hate her. I know what current she's still on. She talk, she got her teeth overlap and she talk over her teeth. And it just, she irritating too. But I still believe she had some work done. I don't care what she try to say. She had nobody working. She just now started to defend that. She didn't defend that at first. Why come she didn't defend it at first? Now all of a sudden she wanted to defend it after her sister supposed to have got weight loss surgery. Okay. And I think that her sister only picks jaw. Hopefully she might not still be with him though, because that last episode did make it look like they too much cool with each other. But who knows? Because another episode they showed them all eating together and she can't eat certain things. So they done made up again. I mean, girl, you know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want a woman else sitting up there trying to do everything for him and his family? He needs somebody to help take care of his child. She was already taking care of his kid. Anytime you gotta help a man take care of his kids and he bring nothing to the table but some confusion, girl, you better check yourself. You better look at yourself. Okay. Yeah, I thought because she had weight loss surgery. So I'm sure the sister has lost weight because she had weight loss surgery too. She did lose some pounds and she had weight loss surgery. Because remember, she was asking Chantel to help her pay for the weight loss surgery. Okay, so it is what it is. Okay. All right, you guys, my time is up and I'm going to get in here because I got a couple of things to do. And I thought it was going to be some juicy conversation about the prison, but oh well. I guess lockup, the life of lockup would be locked up because we ain't get to know about it. But we can imagine. We can imagine. Okay. One thing that I do want to say, because I had dealt with a brother-in-law that was locked up, and he always felt like it was our responsibility to keep on putting money on his books. I don't know why people do stuff to get themselves locked up and then feel like it's the people outside in the free world. That's because you got a job that you supposed to put money on their books. You should have put your, you know what? Why don't you save your money up so when you get locked up, you can put on your own books? Okay. So with that, I'm finna head up out of here. Let me read this one more thing. Now that was an hour, Val. Girl, it was. You know, I always try to stick with my hour, but like I said, the guest wasn't there and I didn't want to. I don't, you know what? I just don't. Let me say this. I see so many things on the internet. I call it clickbait because people will say things and then they show it's not about that. I just don't want to be labeled as that. So I when it wasn't about what I said it was going to be about, that's the only reason why I said let me shorten it up, because it's not what everybody thought it was going to be about. So that's the only reason why. Okay. All right. So these spam people, watch this, y'all. Watch this. Let me tell y'all. Hello. Spam people call you all the time, and then they'll sit there. They hold the phone and they don't say nothing. I talk mess to them all the time. I thought I was gonna get a chance. I talk mess to them all the time. I was like, you ain't got nothing else better to do besides call me and hold the phone. Don't say nothing. They'd hang up on me just like they just hung up the phone. They just gotta show they call. Sometimes, girl, because I was like, girl, I put these on especially for this because I was like, how you sleeping in prison? You know. So let me tell you this. I had a person call me one time that was oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I meant to push this one. Let me push this one first. She said, I love your PJs. Hey. Okay, thank you, Dot. Okay, so Marsha says, have a good, oh, it popped up. Okay, have a good one, everyone. Oh, Val, you look gorgeous. I thank you, baby. Okay, I'm out. See y'all at the next sit down tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun there. That's when we're gonna really have some fun. Okay, everyone have a great night. Miss Amanda said, and Dot says good night too. Oh my God, I forgot what I was getting ready to tell y'all. Okay. Well, I guess it wasn't important. I'll probably save it for tomorrow for the sit down. Okay. And I got a special for you guys for the sit down. So you'll be happy to see that. All right. So good night, everyone. Have a nice evening. And I'll see you tomorrow on the sit down. Let's see. I think it's my turn. Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow on the sit down, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about some stuff, because you know at the sit down, we let it all go. We let it all hang out and we have a nice time. Last week was so much fun. I really wanted the ones that's here that came to the sit down last week. I really want to tell y'all thank you. I really had a lot of fun last week. I got off and I mean, got off. I got off this computer. And I'm telling you, I was still cracking up. I had to watch it again. We had so much fun. And I love it, when it's fun. I love the internet being fun. All that other messy stuff and backstabbing stuff, I ain't got time for that. And I appreciate when people keep me out of that. So I like to have fun. I like that the YouTube has gone back to being fun. The messy stuff, keep that mess over there and keep me out of it. So I'm out of here. I got to talk to y'all later. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.